Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I want to welcome you to the October 23rd, 2024 All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show, featuring some cool soul 45s out of my collection. Lots of requests for you folks out there. And if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. We're here from 9 p.m. till about midnight. We'll do a little bit of overtime as we normally do. I'm the last show of the night here on Oldies and More Radio, and Joe said I can be on as long as I want. If I wanted to be on for hours after, I could. But of course I can't do that because I have a 78 show tomorrow. But we opened up actually tonight with on the last 60s show, we closed with a request for a listener, Edmund Williams, who I saw in our YouTube chat room, by James Brown and the Famous Flames, the vocal side, his 19th release for Sid Nathan's King label. We closed last week with a great version of Prisoner of Love that he does. Edmund also requests the flip side. There you go, an instrumental there by James Brown and the Famous Flames, March 63 on King, a song called Choo Choo. I don't know if it sounded like a train there, but that's close enough, I guess. So I'm asking those of you tuning into the program for the first time, if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please give me a thumbs up if you dig what I'm doing. Click that like button. That's always good to do. Those of you on YouTube, as the show is expanding each and every week, we keep on picking up listeners, and they are mesmerized by what Johnny G does here. This is entertainment, folks. Actually, it is historical entertainment, because I try to provide some information as best I can on the groups there. But anyway, enough of my babbling here. Let's open up the vocal portion here. I figured we'd get some hits in the beginning, because the copyright police are not around in the beginning. But this gal, originally from Harlem, New York, her real name was Doris Higginson, and she first recorded back in 1960 as Doris Payne. And she has releases on the Everest label, one on the Shirley label. I have her Everest release. I think one time Warren Russell requested that Shirley release, which I do not have. But in 63, she signed with Atlantic Records and changed her name to Doris Troy. This was her first of four that came out on the Atlantic label. This is a big hit for her. This was a number 10 record on Billboard, number 9 on Cashbox, was 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were listening to KSAN in San Francisco, California. It's a song she co-wrote, our opener from April 63, Miss Doris Troy on Atlantic. It's called Just One. Or for Doris Troy on the Atlantic label. Just One Look is the name of the tune. I remember when I bought that. I found that in the wild when I was in high school. I had a 71 Chevy Impala with a rusted out trunk, so I used to check the newspaper for garage sales, and I used to always find good records in the town of Ossining, which is not too far from where Johnny G lives. So I went there. It was an early morning, and there was like this cul-de-sac there, and I drove there, and I'm walking around, and this girl had a box of records. She said these were her records. They were 25 cents a piece. I bought the whole thing, and that was in there. There were a lot of hits, of course, but again, I wasn't really familiar with a lot of the records at the time, so I just bought everything is what I did. Johnny G babbling on here. Let us continue here. I'm sure many of you are familiar with a hit from 1965 by a group called the Gentrys. It came out nationally on the MGM record label, a song called Keep On Dancing, a big top 5 national hit for that group. But that wasn't the original. The original was by this group out of Memphis, Tennessee. They were called the Avantis. And they recorded this in February of 63. It was released in May of 63 on the Argo Records out of Chicago. This was a big number 3 record on KTKT in Tucson, Arizona. If you were listening, go to May 63. The Avantis on the Argo label. This is the original version of Keep On Dancing. They're out of Memphis, Tennessee. They're called the Avantis. That's May 63. That's the original version on Argo Records. Keep On Dancing. I'm sure many of you familiar with the Gentrys version of that tune. And let's go to a girl group sound out of New York City. This group included sisters Shirley and Ernestine Pierce, who were previously members of a group called the Gypsies that recorded for the Old Town record label like back in 1964. They added their friend Viola Billups to form a trio. They were known as the Flirtations, first recording for Jubilee Records back in 1966. They then signed with Durham Records in 1968 to have 4 releases. This is their first. It features Ernestine Pierce on lead. This was the group's biggest hit, number 34 on Billboard, 31 on Cashbox, a big number 1 record in 2 places, WSAY in Rochester, New York, and WHOT in Campbell, Ohio. We go to November of 1968 for the Flirtations on Durham Records. It's called Nothing But a Heartache, the Flirtations. As November 68 release, that's their first on the Durham record label. The Flirtations there, that is Ernestine Pierce on lead, Nothing But a Heartache. You know, this record first issued that November with a Christmas flip, which I do have that, so maybe around Christmas time I'll play the Christmas flip. Then the record started taking off and they dropped the Christmas flip. They put something else on the flip side there. And I neglected to mention that they had a release prior to this on Festival Records, which I do not have. That's a very expensive Northern Soul record. I mean, I have some expensive Northern Soul records. I wouldn't say I have tons of them, but I do have my share of those Northern Soul singles in my collection. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener MOTOWN, this group out of Chicago, Illinois. First recording for the OK record label back in 1963. I played their first release. I think it was on the last 60 show on their OK Records for I lost it here. I think it was it was for Adrian, a song called I Need Your Love. But in 1966, they would sign with Brunswick Records. This was the group's first release, their first of 16 for the Brunswick label. And we're going to flip this 45 over, although MOTOWN requested the flip as well as Mark Speck, because I posted this on my Facebook wall. If you go to John Galindo on Facebook, I posted a bunch of label scans. So Mark saw the record, and Mark likes the flip side of this, which is it's a great two-sided 45. Let's just say that. But this is the group's first of 16th for Brunswick, co-written by their lead singer. His name is Marvin Smith. This charted number 58 on Cashbox, 55 on Billboard, number 9 on the Billboard R&B chart. And this was a big number 1 record on WBEE, if you were listening up in Chicago, from September 66. The Artistics for MOTOWN. It's called I'm Gonna Miss You.
Tried so hard not to confess.
Yeah, it's a great sound of the Artistics there. Marvin Smith on lead, September 66. That's by request for listener M9. I'm Gonna Miss You is the name of the tune. That's their first release on the Brunswick record label. M9 also requested the flip side, and also we're going to send it out to listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Let me line it up here, folks. Let me get it ready to go. There we go. So let's flip the 45 over, as this one did chart also. This was number 34 on WVON in Chicago. The song written by Billy Butler, produced by Carl Davis, again with Marvin Smith on lead. So this is going out to M9 and also to Mark Speck. September 66, the flip side of I'm Gonna Miss You. It's called Hope. Did I write this right? Yeah. Hope We Have, the Artistics.
And success is their desire. Keep on pushing, honey, don't look back. Baby, we can make it if we take the right job. The only hope we have is in our hearts. Yes, we have. I know it is. One for one and two for two. Baby, 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 I'm for you. We can make it if our heads are high. Come on, baby, let's give it a try. The only hope we have is in our hearts. Yes, it is. You must believe me. I know that we can make it. All we got to do is try. Our love, no one can take it. Just as long as you're by my side. Hope we have is in our hearts. Yeah, hope we have is in our hearts. I know that we can make it. All we got to do is try. Our love, no one can take it. Just as long as you're by my side. God, baby, I need you with all my soul. Come someday, we'll reach our goal. Gotta keep moving and we can't turn around. Happiness and success, it can be found. The only hope we have is in our hearts. Yes, it is. Everything is alright. Just as long as
Ag's got the beat that the Northern Soulies, they like that tune there, the Artistics. September 1966, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. It's called Hope We Have is the name of the tune. We featured the A-side there, I'm Gonna Miss You, a request, both sides requested by Emnon, the second one by Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Let's fill a request now for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. This gal born Irma Lee, first recording for the Ron label in late 1959. Now, in early 1960s, she signed with Minute Records, and in 1961, I should say, in the early 60s, she signed with Minute Records. In 61, I should say that, well, that doesn't sound right. She had 6 releases on Minute Records, and in early 1964, she moved over to Imperial, and Frank requested her second of 9 on the Imperial record label, and this is actually a cover tune. This song was first recorded by Kai Winding. Kai Winding in 1963 on the Verve label, although he was not doing the vocals. I forget the the gals in the background that were. But the song written by Norman Mead, that is an alias for Jerry Ragavoy, and also written by Jimmy Norman, produced by Eddie Ray, arranged by Barnum. That would be H.B. Barnum. This charted number 35 on WAEB in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You may remember the Rolling Stones version of this. They had a big hit in September of 1964. 64. This is from June of 64. Let's give a listen to Irma Thomas by request for Frank Chingaro. Irma Thomas on Imperial with the song Time Is On My Side. This is for Frank. That's going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. They like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Irma Thomas. Great sound of Irma Thomas. Her second release for the Imperial record label, June 64. Her rendition of the tune Time Is On My Side. Of course, a big, big hit for the Rolling Stones. Now, Frank Chingaro, he is one of the co-hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. That's Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skabberg. That's Sunday afternoons beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 6 p.m. Sundays, broadcasting on Hofstra Radio. That's WRHU-FM 88.7, streaming live on WRHU.org. So if you like a rhythm and blues vocal group harmony from the 1950s and early 60s and R&B tunes, tune into that program Sunday afternoons. And Frank is a big fan of the show, as I am a fan of his show, The Rhythm and Blues Serenade. So thank you, Frank, for being here. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. And I mentioned this guy not too long ago. Actually, he had a hand in the B-side to that Artistics tune, and he is the younger brother of soul legend Jerry Butler. Had 7 releases on the OK record label. Now, Busta requested his 7th, a tune written by Johnny Jones. This is produced by Carl Davis and Gerald Sims. It's and also arranged by Gerald Sims. Now, this charted number 24 on the R&B chart. This was a big #1 record, though, on WVON. If you were listening up in Chicago, we go to May of 1966. This is Billy Butler. Billy Butler on OK Records, his final release for OK Records. This is for going out to bust a bass in our chat room. It's called Right Track.
What's on your mind? What are you trying to tell me now? Are you feeling sad and blue? Because money's low and everything seems to go wrong. Well, my shoes got a hole in the bottom, but I can't stop now. I've been trying to reach my goal too long to give up on my journey now.
As going out to bust a bass in our YouTube chat, and that's the sound of Billy Butler. That's his final track on the OK record label from May 1966. Putting You on the Right Track is the name of the tune. Well, you are on the right track if you tuned in to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show right here on YouTube. Also on Oldies and More Radio. If you dig what I'm doing here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that bell so you get notifications when Johnny G goes live. You should get an email. If not, I post up the up-and-coming shows there, so you can click that so they notify you. That's the best way to do it. And if you have a request, you can send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to do it. And let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And let's get the sound of Motown here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. By the Miracles, would have to say they were the first successful act for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown empire, and the lead singer Smokey Robinson so instrumental with the success of Motown, both as a singer and also as a songwriter and producer. Now, this is a song he wrote, and it's the group's 7th release on the Tamla record label, produced by Berry Gordy Jr., arranged by Riley C. Hampton. This charted number 35 on Billboard, 22 on Cashbox, was number 16 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 2 record if you were tuned into WUST in Bethesda, Maryland. Let's go to December of 61 now for The Miracles. The Miracles on Tamla Records. It's called What's So Good About Goodbye. The Miracles.
What's so good about goodbye? All it does is make you cry. Well, if leaving causes grieving, I can break your heart. Tell me what's so good about it? I could have done without it. What's so good about goodbye? Since you said goodbye to me, all I know is misery. Well, if everything goes wrong, will lovers say so long? Tell me what's so I could have done without it. What's so good about goodbye? Somebody tell me now, how can goodbye be good to a lover who really cares? And another thing I would like to clarify is how can farewell be fair? Won't you please tell me why? You would have the nerve to say this is goodbye. Girl, would it make me so sad until it's got to be bad? Tell me what's so I could have done without it. What's so good about goodbye, baby? What's so good about goodbye?
Yeah, that's the great sound of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, December 61 release. That is their 7th release for the Tamla record label. What's So Good About Goodbye is the name of the tune. There isn't anything good when you leave the Vinyl Treasure show, but the good thing is you can always come back and check it out on the archive. You can listen to my website. The MP3s are stored there. Vinyltreasures.net is where they are. Remember, if this show gets blocked, I'll post the link to at least to the MP3 so you can listen to the program. And I got to ask some of you, those of you that have watched the show on the archive, you can email me when you get a chance. You get a lot of commercials because a lot of people have, if you watch the show live, you shouldn't get any commercials because I tell them, I don't want any commercials. So they actually tell me, can we insert one here? And I say, no, you cannot do that. So I stop them from doing that, but I can't stop them on the archive, unfortunately. You're going to have to get some type of ad block to do that, although it's very temperamental. You have to be careful because YouTube might not let you see other things, and they're weird. They're just, in general, they are weird. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I have recently featured this next gal, born in Galveston, Texas, on the Saturday Night 50s show, and even on the 78 show over the last couple of weeks. Now, I will be on tomorrow with the 78 show tomorrow at 2 p.m. And so you want to tune into that if you want to hear some cool records on a 78. We're going to start from 1938. I have a record from 1938. But anyway, we're going to close with 57. But her real name, Esther Mae Jones, but you know her as Little Esther. She signed with Atlantic Records, though, in 1964. Her first release for Atlantic was a duet with a bass man, Jimmy Ricks. Of course, he was the bass of the Ravens. But let's give a listen to her fourth of 17 on the Atlantic record label. Now, this tune written by Van McCoy, and this was covered by two other gals, Irma Thomas, who we heard earlier in the show with Time Is On My Side. She did this song back in 65 on Imperial. And Juanita Williams did it on Wingate Records. I think that was also in 1965. But let's give a listen to the original from December of 64. It's arranged by Ray Ellis, and this charted number 18 on KSNH in Pocatello, Idaho, wherever that is. Let's go to December of 1964 for Little. They actually kept it with Little here, but they dropped it eventually. It's in parentheses. Little Esther Phillips on Atlantic Records. It's called Some Things You Never Get Used to. Esther Phillips.
Some things you never get used to. Some things you never get used to.
And I can't get used to losing you. It's funny how your picture on the wall once had me sighing. It's funny now, that picture on the wall starts me to crying.
Some things you never get used to. Some things you never get used to.
And I can't get used to losing you. I can't believe that we are through. I can't believe that you no longer care and share your love with someone new. It's funny how the songs we used to love once brought me gladness. It's funny now, those songs we used to love only bring sadness.
Some things you never get used to. Some things you never get used to.
And I can't get used to losing you. And I can't get used to losing you. Every time I see you with someone new,
some things you never get used to.
I wanna say my little heart breaks in two.
Some things you never get used to.
Every time when someone calls your name,
some things you never get used to.
I wanna say my little heart fills with pain.
There you go, the sound of Little Esther there. Little Esther Phillips, December 1964. That's on the Atlantic record label. Some things you never get used to. But you got to get used to certain things. I tell my father, you got to get used to this, but he does not. He does not. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening right here on Oldies and More Radio. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Those of you tuned in on the YouTube stream. And let's go to Buffalo, New York, this time with a request for listener Chris Reed. I saw him. He is in our YouTube chat room. This singer made his debut back in 1963, recording for Imperial Records. Then after a release on Phillips in 1965, he signed with the Riverside label, had 3 releases on Riverside Records. Then Riverside changed their name to Popside, and he had 2 releases on the Popside label. Now, Chris requested his first. It's a song he wrote, this one produced by Robert Bateman. This charted number 10 on WTRX. If you were listening in Flint, Michigan, let's go to October of 1967. Let's give a listen to Lou Courtney. Lou Courtney on the Popside label. This is going out to Chris Reed. The song is called Hey, Joyce.
Joyce, baby. Hey, Joyce. I must have loved you, girl, for oh so long. And not realizing till you were gone. Hey, Joyce.
As by request for Chris Reed, that's Lou Courtney. Lou Courtney is first of two on the Pop Side record label. That issued October of 1967. Song entitled Hey Joyce on Pop Side Records. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill another request for listener Busta Bass as, what's my place here? As this gal, born in Chicago, but she moved to Detroit, Michigan. She was a member of the Meditation Singers, and her real name was Lori Lee, but she recorded as Laura Lee. Now, her debut release came out on the Rick Tick record label. Then she signed with Leonard Chess's Chess label. She had 7 releases on the Chess label. 7 releases on the Chess label. Now, Busta requested her second, a tune written by Bobby Miller. This charted number 68 on Billboard, number 13 on the R&B chart, and big number 1 record on WKLR if you were listening in Toledo, Ohio. Now, how many dirty men do we have out there? I don't mean it in the bad sense, but anyway, let's go to July of 1967 by request for Busta Bass. This is Laura Lee. Laura Lee on the Chess label. It's called Dirty Man.
You a dirty, dirty man, and you got a dirty man. You a dirty, dirty man. You and that other woman are 2 of a kind. But you forgot one thing, baby, while you were doing me wrong, that I'm a good housekeeper. I'm going to take my broom and sweep all of the dirt, yes sir, out in the street. You a dirty, dirty man, full of so many dirty ways. You a dirty, dirty man. You've been hiding your little dirt all over this here place. Here's my chance, baby, to throw some mud in your face. 'Cause I'm a good housekeeper. I'm going to take my broom and sweep all of the dirt, yes I am, out in the street. Boy, I'm cleaning up my old house. There's I'm paying daddy. It's time to make everything spick and span. You a dirty, dirty man. Oh, you done me dirty for so many years, yes you did. You a dirty, dirty man. And I'm tired of you and your woman and your dog too, yes I am. You a dirty, dirty man. Oh, get out of my house and don't never, 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 never come back. You a dirty, dirty man. Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's going out to all the dirty men. Yes, it is. That's well, I lost my place here. There you go. The sound of Laura Lee, July 1967. That's by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. Dirty Man is the name of the tune, her second release on Chess Records, and she has later releases also on Cotillion, also on the Hot Wax label. I do have those 45s in my collection. Johnny G here, spinning Soul 45s out of my collection, requested by you, the listeners. So send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That's for all things record related or collector related or whatever it is about the show. Thank you, digging on the show and whatnot. I get so many nice emails from the listeners. Lots of people are bashful. They don't like to, they're not in the chat, so that's okay. Most people are not in chat, then that's fine. And I'm just hope I can play some records that you like here. That's the main thing here, to have fun on a Wednesday evening. This is the first show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon from 2 to 4:30, spinning 78s out of my collection. Then Saturday night, it's 1950s and early 60s rhythm and blues vocal groups. So you won't hear these 60s sounds on that show, all 50s records. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to this next singer, born in Brooklyn, New York, but at a young age, she relocated out to San Francisco, California. Now, she was discovered by Johnny Otis way back in 1955 when she was only 18 years old, first recording for the Federal record label. She would have releases under her own name, Pilea Ballatin, and on West Coast labels like Jody and Rhythm. Those are not easy records to find. I do have them in the collection, and you would hear those on a Saturday night. But she would change her name to Sugar Pie DeSanta. I think she first started as Sugar Pie, and then she became Sugar Pie DeSanta. She signed with Checker Records in 1961. She would have 9 releases on the Checker label, and this is her 6th release, a tune written by Gerald Sims. This charted number 25 on KATZ if you were listening in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go to October 1964 for Sugar Pie DeSanto. Sugar Pie DeSanto on the Checker label. It's called I Don't Wanna Fuss. Sugar Pie DeSanto.
On your shoulder, call me out of my name. Now I'm not trying to be rough, no, 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 but I don't wanna play your game. A long time ago, happy we were then. So you just tell me what changed your mind, 'cause I can't even be your friend. No, baby, I don't wanna fuss, and I don't wanna fight, 'cause if you treated me like you should, everything'll be right. Everything'll be right. Now I know that you've been playing with some other girl in town, but I'm willing to forgive and forget if you just settle down. Why should you wanna hurt me when I've been true to you? I remember a time it was, baby, nothing you wouldn't do. Now, baby, I don't wanna fuss, and I don't wanna fight, 'cause if you treated me like you should, everything'll be right. Everything'll be right.
That's October 64 release there for Sugar Pie DeSanta on the Checker record banner there. Song entitled I Don't Wanna Fuss is the name of the tune. You know, Johnny G doesn't fuss on a Wednesday evening. Well, I do fuss for the show, I do. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And up next, a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. As we go back to Chicago, this group formed back in 1958 around lead singer Jerry Butler. Other members of the group included brothers Arthur and Richard Brooks, Samuel Gooden, and Curtis Mayfield. Now, Butler would leave the group for a solo career in late 1958, but the group continued with a new lead singer, and Curtis Mayfield took over the lead singer role for the group. Butler was replaced by Fred Cash, and the group signed with ABC Paramount Records. They had a big hit right out of the box with ABC with a song called Gypsy Woman. Their first release, it came out in 61. My aunt bought that 45. She loved that record. I remember she played it a lot. And in 63, they became a trio of Fred Cash, Sam Gooden, and Curtis Mayfield. Now, David requested the group's 14th release for ABC Paramount, written by Curtis Mayfield. Now, all three members, I think they take turns singing on this one, but mainly Curtis Mayfield. This bubbled under on the Billboard charts at number 133. It was number 96 on Cashbox, 35 on the R&B chart, and a big number 6 record if you were listening to WSID in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go to January 65 by request for David Silberg, The Impressions on ABC Paramount. It's called I've Been Trying.
I've been trying, Lord knows that I've been trying to understand why. Can I be your only man? You say you love me so sincere that I believe you love me. Yet I can't understand why. Can I be your only man? Day after day, you treat me in your way. I wanna go, but my heart says no. You act so strange, but my love still remains. It says keep on trying, boy. She's gonna change. I've been trying, Lord knows that I've been trying to understand why. Can I be your only man? Keep on trying. Ooh. Keep on trying. Ooh. Keep on trying. Ooh.
As by request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat, and that's the sound of The Impressions there, January 1965 on the ABC Paramount record label. I've Been Trying is the name of the tune. That's their 14th release on the ABC Paramount record label. They got lots of great records, the impressions they do during the throughout their career. The great Curtis Mayfield, very talented writer and singer. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's fill another request here for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, as this duo is out of Atlanta, Georgia. They are not brothers, but they were cousins. They are Irwin Wallace and his cousin Johnny Simon, collectively known as the Wallace Brothers, first recording back in 1963 on the Royal record label. In 1964, they signed with Russell Sims record label, which was out of Arlington, Tennessee. This label originally out of California in the 1950s, but he relocated to Tennessee. This is their second of 9 for Sims. This was a 45 my aunt purchased back in 1964. A tune written by Claudia Robinson. This charted number 107, bubbled under at number 107, was number 31 on the R&B chart, and a big number 8 record on KCIL in, is it Houma? Did I pronounce that right? Houma, Louisiana. Let's go to April 64. These are the Wallace Brothers going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. The song is called Precious Words. That's a very cool organ on there. There you go. That's going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat. And those are the Wallace Brothers. They are Irwin Wallace and Johnny Simon. April 1964 release on the Sims record label. That's their second of 9, called Precious Words is the name of the tune. I always try to use good words, although I've always, it's we have those precious songs that we feature here on Wednesday evenings. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that thumbs up if you dig what you're hearing, as the show is exploding as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Up next, this singer from Fort Worth, North Texas, started recording back in 1960 for the Scepter label. Had 2 releases on Scepter, has a nice one called Don't Believe Him Donna. I featured that song by the Jive 5 on last Saturday's show, but this singer did it first. I think he was backed up by the Shirelles on that release. He had another release on RCA Records and 2 for the RCA subsidiary Groove label. And this is his first of 2 on Groove. This song from June 62. How many strongmen do we have out there? But let's give a listen to Lenny Miles. Lenny Miles on the Groove label from June 63. The song is called Hercules.
Gotta do is hold my hand, and I feel like such a mighty man, stronger than a lion, bolder than a tiger. I'm a Hercules, holding up the world. When you say you're my girl, when your lips are kissing mine, feel like I could touch the sky, taller than an oak tree, higher than a mountain, yeah. Hercules, holding up the world. When you say you're my girl, yes, I can face any danger, I can conquer any storm, I can win any battle, long as I've got your arms to keep me warm. Just give all your love to me, then you'll see how strong I'll be. Greater than Goliath, stronger than a Samson, yeah. Hercules, holding up the world. When you say you're my girl, love to me, and you'll see how strong I'll be. Greater than Goliath, stronger than a Samson. I'm a Hercules, holding up the world. When you say you're my girl, oh, I'm a Hercules, holding up the world. When you say you're my girl.
Yeah, a couple people in the chat room saying he's trying to sound like Gene McDaniels. I would take that. That's June 1962. That's Lenny Miles, his first of 2 on the Groove record banner there. Hercules is the name of the tune. And also, this was covered by Frankie Vaughan. Also did a cover of that on the Phillips record label. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure shows. We head to Detroit, Michigan for this next release. It's for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland. Now, this gal was the daughter of Dave Hamilton. Now, he was a session musician at MOTOWN Records, and this was her debut single. Came out on Al Sears' Ciroc Records, which was out of New York City. Now, her father co-wrote this tune with William Garrett, Christopher Bell, and Mike Hanks. Mike Hanks, he owned a bunch of labels up in Detroit in the 1960s. Hanks also produced and arranged it. Her name is Charmaine Hamilton, but she just recorded as Charmaine. This is from August of 62, going out to Bob Cruz. Charmaine on Ciroc Records. It's called Young Girl.
Billy boy, I want to marry you. Billy boy, that's what I want to do. But I'm a young girl. Oh yes, I'm a young girl.
Her name is Charmaine Hamilton, really, August 1962. That's by request for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland there on Big Al Sears Ciroc Records out of New York City. Young Girl is the name of the tune. We have some young girls in our YouTube chat room and also on the Oldies and More chat room. Say hi to all the young girls as we continue here. But this next singer began recording back in 1957, originally first for Prep Records, but he continued to record into the 1980s and had a number of hits during his career and on a number of labels. Mainly the Monument label is what I look for when I feature him on my 60s show. Not to mention other artists on Monument that he produced and arranged or wrote songs for. So I look for those songs on Monument Records because I like this artist, I do, and I like the work he did. Not so much his novelty records. I know there's some guys and gals out there that like the novelty tunes he does, but I like his serious stuff. His real name is Harold Ray Ragsdale, but we know him as Ray Stevens. Had 12 releases. Actually, this is not right, Charlie. This is an earlier release. This record was re-released as his 11th release on the Mercury label, so this is when it first came out, so I can't say it's his 11th release, although this did get re-released again, and I don't know why they released it again, but the A side of this is something called the Rockin' Teenage Mummies, which I don't really care for, to be honest with you. Probably a good Halloween record, but I prefer this side. It's a song he wrote with Robert Tubert. This is produced by Shelby Singleton and Jerry Kennedy. Let's go to January of 65 for Mr. Ray Stevens. Ray Stevens on the Mercury record label. It's called It Only Hurts When I Laugh.
When I was young, my daddy said that big boys shouldn't cry. And when I get hurt, he'd say, laugh it off and hold your head up high. And so I remembered his advice on the night you said goodbye. And although you comfort me, no one will ever see me cry. It only hurts when I laugh, and I laugh my tears away to prove that I'm strong. It only hurts when I laugh, but since you've been gone, I laugh all the day long. Knowing you're with someone else is so very hard to stand. But no matter how I feel inside, I take it like a man. And I'll hold my head up high and keep those teardrops from my eyes. Yes, I'll laugh till it hurts, but you will never see me cry. It only hurts when I laugh, and I laugh my tears away to prove that I'm strong. It only hurts when I laugh, but since you've been gone, I laugh all the day long. It only hurts when I laugh. It only hurts when I laugh. It only hurts when I laugh.
Yeah, it only hurts when Johnny G laughs at this hernia I have. No, it's not that bad. There you go. That's January 65 release there for Mr. Ray Stevens on Mercury Records. It Only Hurts When I Laugh is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. And up next, a request for listener Dan Costco. Now, I'm going to need help from the audience on this. I need us to time this record. I didn't get a chance to time it because Dan was asking me about this record, if I had it, and about the time, and if it's correct. But the group is out of Palmyra, Wisconsin. Where is Palmyra, Wisconsin? Where is where's Brian Korn when you need him? But they had this one release that came out on the Feature record label, which is out of Janesville, Wisconsin. I don't even know where Janesville is, but it was owned by Ken Adamany, Adamany. Now, this group is called, if you look at it quickly, you can mess it up. You can file it wrong. They're called the Matadors, Madadors, with a D and not a T. Because there are groups called Matadors with a T, lots of groups that recorded for the Matadors. But this is from 1966, and Dan was asking me if I knew the correct time on this. So I need some of you to watch the clock on the video and see how long this record is. The record says it's 2 minutes and 36 seconds, but let's see if it is. From 1966 for Dan Costco, the Matadors on Feature Records. The song is called All Right.
Yeah. I'm in love and I need it bad. Love me, please. Come on, love me.
So what was the time on that? Was that 2 minutes and 36 seconds? I don't know. There you go for Dan Costco. 1966, the Matadors, Madadors on Feature Records. All Right is the name of the tune. The flip side is a kind of like a doo-wop-y sound on the flip side. I forget where I bought that from. I went to Spence. He had a bunch of people over for the Allentown, PA show, and I drove over to Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, and I met a couple dealers there, and he gave me some really good prices on some of the stuff. Lots of stuff out of Wisconsin and Chicago. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue here. Let's go to Washington, D.C. for this great group. Feature them quite a bit on my 1950s show. This is a request for listener Frank Gingaro, and he will hear this on the archive. And they initially recorded for the Atlantic record label. Actually, I think it was Rainbow first, and then for Atlantic Records. They had 22 releases for Atlantic Records, but they did 2 on Jerry Blaine's Josie label. These are the Clovers. The Clovers, the tune written by Betty Smith, Bobby Adams, and Samson Who. It's produced by Bobby Robinson. It features Bobby Adams on lead. So I don't know, Charlene, you just have Samson there. This is from April 1968. This is going out to Frank Gingaro. The Clovers on Josie Records. It's called Too Long Without Some Loving. The Clovers. This is for Frank.
some loving.
As by request for Frank Gingaro, that's the Late Clovers there. Late Clovers, that's Bobby Adams on lead, April 1968. That's their first of two for Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. Too Long Without Some Lovin' is the name of the tune. Hope you're digging on these cool tunes out of my collection requested by you, the listeners. And we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat. This gal born Agatha Weston signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN Records in 1963, first recording for Tamla. Now, after 6 releases on the Tamla label, and 1 or 2 of those are with duets with the great Marvin Gaye, they moved her over to the Gordy record label for 3 more releases. This was her second for Gordy Records, and this is a great Holland Dozier Holland Penn tune. This charted number 50 on Billboard, number 3 on WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland from September 1965. Let's give a listen to Kim Weston. Kim Weston on the Gordy record label for David Silberg. It's called Take Me in Your Arms, and I think in parentheses it's called Rock Me for a Little While for David Silberg.
Take me in your arms, hold me for a little while. Hey, baby, I know you're leaving me behind. I'm seeing you, darling, for the very last time. Show a little tenderness before you go. Please let me feel your embrace once more. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me a little while. We all must feel heartache sometime. Right now, I'm feeling mine. I try my best to be strong. I'm not able. I'm like a helpless child left in a cradle. Let me know joy before I grieve. Just once more, darling, before you leave. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me a little while. I'm losing you and my happiness. My life is over, I must confess. I'll never see your smiling face no more. I'll never hear your knock on my door. Before you leave me behind. Let me feel happy just one more time. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Hold me, darling, rock me a little while. I said I would beg, I said I would plead. Here I am, baby, I'm begging you, please, baby, please.
That's the great Kim Weston there. That's going out to a David Silberg in our YouTube chat from September 65. It's on the Gordy record label, Take Me in Your Arms, parentheses, Rock Me for a Little While is the name of the tune. That is her second release on the Gordy record label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener George Chestnut, who just loves the shows. I think George listens to all my shows, and he made a request on my YouTube page. He made a request. He asked for this group out of Philadelphia, first recording for the Gowan record label. That was back in 1961. Then they signed with, they had a couple on Excel Records, I think, one or two maybe, and then they signed with Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble's Gamble label. Would have 24 releases on the Gamble label through 1974, and George requested, this is the B-side to their seventh release, and it features Sam Little Sonny Brown on lead. This charted number 11 on WDAS in Philadelphia, PA. Let's go to August of 1968 for the sound of The Intruders. The Intruders on Gamble Records for George Chestnut. It's called Friends No More. To George Chestnut. Those are the Intruders. Whoops. Oh, I'll mess up my needle, Johnny. The Intruders there on the Gamble record label, Friends No More. Let's give a listen to the A side of this, because I like the A side of this record too. This is off of the I think this is off of, my other copy said off of the Cowboys to Girls LP, so maybe this one doesn't say it on here. let's give it a spin here. It's since we're the Yankees are going to the World Series against the Dodgers. This is an appropriate song to play. Another Gamble and Huff Pen tune, and they also produced it. The song is called "Love Is Like a Baseball Game." These are the Intruders.
Like a baseball game, 3 strikes you're up. But too bad, I thought I hit a love run. But to my surprise, I found I didn't hit none. Threw her love so fast, she put me in a daze. Never knew that love could come so many ways. Strike 1. She took me by surprise, right in front of my eyes. Oh, I was out without a doubt. Oh, I was out. Oh, just like a baseball game. 3 strikes you're up. 3 strikes you're out. Whether you win or lose. Oh, love is just like a baseball game. It's like a baseball game. Everybody's got to play some dues. Gonna try love one more time. I really love this girl, and I'm gonna make her mine. I ain't never won when I played a baseball game. And it seems that love and baseball are just the same. Strike 1, oh, she did it again. Strike 2, looks like I'm never gonna win. Strike 3, oh, I was out without a doubt. I was out. Up. 3 strikes you're out, whether you win or lose. I said love is like a baseball game. 3 strikes you're up. Oh, everybody's got to pay some dues. Got to pay some Love is just like a whether you win or lose. I said love, 3 strikes you're up. Oh, everybody's got to pay some dues. Got to say it again. Love, love, 3 strikes you're up. 3 strikes you're out. Whether you win or lose.
Yeah, we hear the A and B side there. We played the first Friends No More from August 1968 for George Chestnut. That was the B side to the group's, what do I say here? Their 7th release for the Gamble record label by the Intruders. That was the A side there. Love Is Like a Baseball Game for the Baseball World Series for the Yankees and the Dodgers. And the Intruders there, and that featured Sam Little Sonny Brown on lead. It was unfortunate that he committed suicide. I forget the bridge he jumped off. He jumped off a bridge with pictures of him at singing at certain venues and whatnot. Very sad ending to the lead singer there, Sam Little Sonny Brown. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening. I hope I didn't say Saturday. I'm used to saying that. This is the first show of the week, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with late 40s and 1950s, 78s out of my collection. But let's continue here. Here's a request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. This group from Philadelphia there. We'll stay in Philly. 3 members of this group previously were members of the Dovells that recorded for the Parkway record label. You may know their 1961 hit called The Bristol Stomp. That was with Len Barry as the lead singer, but he left the group for a solo career, and they continued to record for the MGM record label back in 1966. In 1968, though, they added a female to the group by the name of Jean Hillary, and they changed their name to the Magistrates. They had 2 releases on the MGM record label. This is their first, and it features Gene Hillary on lead. This is going out to Joseph Smith, May 68, the Magistrates on MGM Records. The song is called Here Come the Judge. This is for Joe Smith.
Hear ye, court is now in session.
Here comes the judge, here comes the judge, order in the courtroom, here comes the judge, here comes the judge, here comes the judge, order in the courtroom, here comes the judge.
Everybody rise, now everyone be seated. Here comes the prisoner and he's gonna tell his story.
Tell your story, baby, tell it to the judge and jury.
To the judge and jury, to the judge and jury. Here comes the judge, here comes the judge, here comes the judge, here comes the judge. Bolton, we interrupt this program to bring you a blitzer.
Here comes the judge, here comes the judge, order in the courtroom, here comes the judge.
Here comes the judge, here comes the judge, all in the courtroom, here comes the judge.
Well, here he comes. Here comes the judge. Tell it to the court now. Why did you shoot her?
Tell it to the judge, 'cause he's a prosecutor.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, do you?
I swear to tell the truth, I do, but the truth I swear. I swear to tell the whole lot, and nothing but the truth I do.
You?
I do,
Do you?
I do.
Suck it to the court now. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Say, what's the blitzer?
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Order in the courtroom. Here comes the judge.
Here comes the judge, here comes the judge,
Order in the courtroom. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
here comes the judge, all in the courtroom,
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
all in the courtroom,
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
all in the courtroom,
Here comes the judge.
And now, folks, it's suck it to me time.
Suck it to me, 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 suck it to me.
So that was the judge?
Very interesting.
There's our novelty song of the week there. That's going out to Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube channel. Those are the Magistrates. May 1968. Now, Charlene has Here Comes the Judge. Not on the single. It's Here Come the Judge. Of course, that one there, Pigmeat Martin. And I think that was actually, I had a request of that, but my copy has a warp in it. I can't play it. So and that's not going to be a hard record to find by any means. But I think it was Edmund Williams that requested that at one time, but I couldn't play it, unfortunately. But let's continue here. Let's play another request. The last one I have for listener Busta Bass, this singer born in Elberton, Georgia, but moved to Philadelphia when he was 4 years old. He was a member of the Philadelphia-based 50s vocal group called The Gainers, which included lead singer Garnet Mims. But when the group signed with Mercury, he left the group, and then in '66 he met up with Jerry Ragavoy, who penned his debut 45, which came out on Ragavoy's Utopia label. Now, when Ragavoy was working production for Verve Records, the singer followed him there. He would have 8 releases on the Verve label. Let's give a listen to his first. This tune written by Jerry Ragavoy, arranged by Artie Butler. This charted number 63 on Billboard, number 12 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were tuned into WJLB which was out of Detroit, Michigan. This is going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, July 66. Here's Mr. Howard Tate. Howard Tate on Verve Records. It's called Ain't Nobody Home for Busta.
Time, a long, long time ago, wherever you lead me, I would surely follow. Girl, put me through some pain and misery. Are you standing on my doorstep, telling me how much you need me? Ain't nobody home. Nobody home. How many times I begged for you to come home, but you laughed at me and said, let me alone. Through my burning tears, I saw you walk away. You begged me to forgive you, but this time, baby, you turned to pay. Nobody home. Ain't nobody home. Girl, I used to love you. Place no one else above you. Give you everything that I own, babe. Yeah. Girl, you can't come back here. Ain't nobody home. Upon a time you went on your way. How I hoped and prayed that you'd come back someday. Time has made some changes, turned me upside down. Now you can beg me to forgive you, but this time, baby, you can turn right around. Ain't nobody home.
That's a cool tune there. That's going out to a Busta Bass in our YouTube chat. The sound of Howard Tate. That's his first release on the Verve label, July 66. Ain't Nobody Home is the name of the tune. Johnny G is home, spinning my original vinyl 45's, 1960s soul 45's mainly here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the first show of the week. This is our soul show. If you like cool soul records, tune into the program. Also, you can send me requests at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I don't have everything. I have a lot of things, but not everything. I wish I had everything, but I don't. But let us continue here and have a duet out of Washington, D.C. up next. They are, and I don't know, I guess by this time, because there were a couple of Peaches, but the original Peaches was Francine Barker. And, of course, Herb was Herb Fame. They recorded as Peaches and Herb. And Francine, she was previously a member of a girl group called the Sweet Things. And she was born Francine Hurd. But again, I don't know if she's on this one because she left sometime. I don't know if it was 68. She would join Herb and make their debut in 1966 on the Date record label. Was a subsidiary of Columbia Records. They had 14 releases. Their biggest hit on Date was their second release, was a cover of a Five Keys tune called Close Your Eyes. But this is their 9th of 15 on the Date record label. Co-written, well, she co-wrote this, so I'm going to say that she's on lead here. This was co-written by Francine Hurd and arranged by Bert Keys. Let's go to October of 68 for Peaches and Herb. Peaches and Herb on Date Records. It's called Me and You. Peaches and Herb.
Hey, oh yeah.
That's Peaches and Herb. That is Francine Baker. Well, I guess, did I say that right? Yeah, Francine Baker, and that is Herb. Wait, actually, Francine Herb. Well, she wrote the song. That's Francine Herb, but I think she changed her name to Francine Baker. And there you go. That is Herb fame there, collectively known as Peaches and Herb, October 68 release. That's their 9th release on the date label. Me and You is the name of the tune. Me and You here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're enjoying the tunes here, both those on YouTube and also listening on Oldies and More Radio. Let's fill a request for Adrian Viterbo. I was looking for his other request, a great Etta James song that I played last year. I couldn't find it, Adrian. I apologize. I will find it. But this is for Adrian. He's listening down in Mexico. This singer from Tyler, Texas, and at 19 years old, he moved to Los Angeles, California, started his first doo-wop group called, he was a member of Herman Jones and the Kilts, and they have a song called I'll Be True, back with Mashed Potato. That was back in 1958 for the Gay Note label. But he would change his name to Tony Lamar. So I went to Charlene. So he first recorded as Herman Jones. Interesting. Then he changed his name to Tony Lamar, and actually, he has a song called Come Out Tonight, which is a great ballad, soulful kind of transitional ballad from 1964. But this is 1965 on the Go-Go label out of California. Tony Lamar and the Superiors. Wait a minute. No, she says this differently. She says, he started another group called Tony Lamar and the Band of Bachelors and did 2 on the 4-5 label in 63. There you go. Then 1 on Duco, which that's the one I'm talking about in 64, Come Out Tonight. Now, Adrian requested the very next record, which is on Go-Go Records, and it's a song he wrote. This is from 65. Tony Lamar and the Superiors on Go-Go Records. The song is called Your Love. This is for Adrian.
And now that you leave me, my friends are all laughing. They said I should find someone new to take the place of you, but I just can't do it, babe.
Yes, Tony Lamar and the Superiors, 1965 release. That's by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room on the Go-Go label out of Los Angeles, California. Song entitled Your Love is the name of that tune. Let us continue here for this female singer-songwriter from the Bronx, New York. Her real name was Shirley Elliston, and she wrote some cool tunes for a number of 1950s vocal groups like the Chords and Paul Himmelstein and the Heartbreakers and others. Now, as a singer, she had a number of hits, most notable probably a song called The Name Game from 1965, among others, on the Congress record label. Now, here is one she does. It's actually a cover of a Sam Cooke tune. It's her 4th of 9 on the Congress label, and this is from July of 64. Let's give a listen to Shirley Ellis. Shirley Ellis on the Congress label. A Congress label. What did I say? Congress. And let's give a listen to her rendition of the Sam Cooke tune, Bring It On Home to Me. Shirley Ellis.
Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Bring it on home to me.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know I laugh when you laugh. But now I know I only hurt myself. Bring it to me, bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know I tried to treat you right, but now you stayed out every night. Oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried. I said buried in my grave. Bring it to me, bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That is Shirley Ellis. Shirley Ellis from July 1964. Her cover of the Sam Cooke tune, Bring It On Home to Me. Her 4th of 9 for the Congress record label. Let us continue. Here's a request for listener Frank Chingaro, this group out of Cleveland, Ohio. And this record first issued on Ron Nichols' Violet label, which was out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, Ron Nichols gets writer credit on this, but the lead singer really wrote this tune. His name is Joe Philpott, and I guess that's an alias. His real name was Jerome Fields, and I'm featuring it on the Gaiden label, which is out of Philadelphia, because it's got better sound quality, I think it's mixed better for some reason. I'll play a little bit of the Violet. It just sounds like distant on the original label. But anyways, from October 63, this group is called The Larks. They're out of Cleveland, Ohio. It's for Frank Chingaro. The Larks originally on Violet, but I'm featuring it on Gaiden. It's called I Want Her to Love Me. The Larks for Frank.
I suppose to love me until I die and day. I want her to. I want her to. That's the way it's gotta be. I don't know just where are we, but when she comes to me, a lot of happiness she's gonna bring. I just want her to. I want her to. That's the way it's gotta be. That's the way it's gotta be. She'll come to me out of nowhere. And she'll take away, I said she'll take away all this pain that I bear. Into my life, she'll enter. I want to hold her. I want to hold her. I want to hold her. I don't know just where are we, but when she comes to me, a lot of happiness she's gonna bring. I just want her to. I want her to. I just want to hear her say that she. I know you're gonna love me, baby. Come on and love me, baby. Love me, baby. Come on and squeeze me, baby.
That's October 63 release there for Frank Gingaro, The Larks. They're out of Cleveland, Ohio. The Larks out of Cleveland, originally on the Violet label, was picked up by Guidon Records out of Philadelphia for national distribution. Song entitled I Want Her to Love Me there. That's with Jerome Fields on lead. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. Featured this singer's younger brother earlier in the program, Billy Butler. Mentioned him a few times here on the program, but his older brother, born in Sunflower, Mississippi, but relocated to Chicago when he was 3 years old, started out as the lead singer of the Impressions. In 1958, he had a big, we'll call it a hit, definitely a hit with a song called For Your Precious Love. But in late 58, he embarked on a solo career with releases on Abner and VJ. But in 1966, he signed with Mercury Records, had 33 releases on that Mercury label through 1974. Let's give a listen to his 13th release. And Edmund requested both sides of this 45, a great two-sided record by Mr. Jerry Butler. This tune was the A-side, written by Kenny Gamble and Jerry Butler, and produced by Gamble and Huff. This was number 23 on Cashbox, 20 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart. Let's go back to August of 69 now. For Jerry Butler on Mercury, it's called What's the Use of Breaking Up? Jerry Butler for Edmund Williams.
What's the use of breaking up when you just turn around and make up? Oh, you say you're tired and you're uninspired and you want to leave me. Oh, baby, the last time you felt that way, girl, you left me for a whole day. Now then you call me on the telephone
couldn't have been more than a week ago. I said, darling, you're breaking my heart, and I don't see how I can take much more. I got up and walked out of the door, walked on down to the corner store, and by the time what I said sunk in, I turned right around and came back again. What's the use of breaking up when you just turn around and make up, baby? What's the use of breaking up when you just turn around and make up? Girl, I guess we do it 'cause it's such a groove to find something that you nearly lose. Oh, baby, I love you, I swear, and ain't neither one of us going nowhere. What's the use of breaking up when you just turn around and make up, lover? What's the use of breaking up when we just turn around and make up? You know that you and I both started, and if we break up, we will be broken hearted. And that I have always loved you, and I think the whole world.
That's August 1969 release there for Edmund Williams, a sound of Jerry Butler. Yes, the Iceman, we can call him that. Jerry Butler there on Mercury Records. What's the use of breaking up? Of course, Edmund requested the flip side of the 45, so it's a great two-sided 45. So let's flip it. Instant flip sides here on a Wednesday evening, as this one, his 13th release on the Mercury record label. This song he co-wrote. This charted number 109, bubbled under at number 109, but a big number 7 record on LGFG in Los Angeles, California. Now, Dusty Springfield has a nice cover of this tune also, but this is the original from August 69, the flip side of What's the Use of Breaking Up, Mr. Jerry Butler on the Mercury label. It's called A Brand New Me, Jerry Butler.
This is my same old coat and my same old shoes. I was the same old me with the same old blues. And then you touch my life just by holding my hand. And oh, I look in the mirror and see a brand new man, brand new walk, and a brand new smile. Girl, since I found you, I got a brand new style. Just because of you, girl, just because of you, just because of you, girl, just because of you. Well, I got the same old friends, they got the same old sins. I tell the same old jokes, get the same old grin. Now the jokes are new, they're new, they're new, they're new. Laughter somehow too. Every day in my life is as fresh as morning dew, and it's just because of you, girl. Just because of you, girl. Just because of you, girl. Just because of you. You know I love you, girl. Just because of you. I go to the same old places, see the same old faces, look at the same old skies, see them all with brand new eyes. You get all the credit, baby, 'cause I love you,
Wow, that's a long exit there. That B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. The great Jerry Butler there. That is the B-side to What's the Use of Breaking Up, song entitled A Brand New Me, August 1969. That's on the Mercury record label. Leonard Mancini mentions the Dusty Springfield does a fine version of that tune, a great cover that she does on the Atlantic record label. I was considering playing that, but let us continue here. Let's go up to Chicago, Illinois now. Fill a request for listener Mnon. This group formed back in 1963 while attending Parker High School in Chicago. Their first release came out on the Mercury label. That was in 1963. Now, Mnon requested their next release, which came out on George Lerner's Impact Records, which was out of Chicago. Now, the members of this group included James Zeke Brown, Robert Hill, Oliver Papa Jackson, and the lead singer on this. His name is James Short. And this charted number 128, bubbled under on the Billboard Hot 100, but a big number 17 record if you were listening to WVON in Chicago. Let's go to June of 64. This is for Mnon, The Accents. The Accents on Impact. It's called New Girl.
There's a new girl who's just moved in my neighborhood. I said a new girl who's just moved in my neighborhood. I wanna know. 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 Oh, I've got to know her name. She's a cute bass naked with a mellow burn. New girl living in my neighborhood, and I'll give anything for a name to learn. New girl living in my neighborhood. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know that. I wanna know. Yeah, I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh, I've got to know her name. Yeah, when she walked down the street, new girl, no mama, just get the beat. New girl, oh, that girl, she's so sweet. New girl, until I just have to repeat. New girl, she's a cute bass naked with a mellow burn. New girl living in my neighborhood, and I'll give anything for a name to learn. New girl living in my neighborhood. I wanna know. I wanna know. I gotta know right now. I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh, I've got to know her name. Oh, I'm talking about that new girl. You know I got a new girl. I got a new girl.
That's the sound of Chicago here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's going out to Mnon. Those are the Accents. The Accents from June 1964. It's on the Impact record label. New Girl is the name of the tune, and that is with James Short on lead. Now, Mnon also requested the flip side of the 45, so let's hear how the B-side of this record sounds. This tune written by Robert Hill and Bernice Williams. Again, James Short on lead. We go back to June of 64, the flip side of New Girl. The Accents on Impact. It's called Do You Need a Good Man? The Accents for Mnon.
Yourself a good man.
There you go. That's going out to M. Now that's the A and B side of the Accents on the Impact record label. That was called Do You Need a Good Man? That one there. The A side was called New Girl. The Accents from June 1964. Let's fill a request now for listener Chris Reed. This singer previously sang lead with a 1950s group called the Sharps. And in the 1960s, he was also the lead of the Rivingtons. And his name was Carl White. In 1961, he would record as Carl Lester. Now, Lester was his middle name. And this is on Bob Shadd's Brent Records. I think it's out of New York City, Brent Records. This group is his group is called the Show Toppers, which were mostly made up of ex-Sharps members. And this is going out by request for Chris Reed, June 61 for Carl Lester and the Show Toppers on Brent Records. It's called When You See Me Hurt. This is for Chris Reed.
When you see me crying, tears falling from my eyes. Whoa, don't you know I'm trying, girl, just to make you realize you gotta be all night, both night and day. Yeah, yeah. And when things ain't going right, keep on holding on. See me get a little weak, girl. I said you cling to me, honey, and I'll be strong if you want. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my, oh, if you all says everything's alright. Whoa, how sweet the slumber when I'm wrapped up in your arms, honey. Don't you know how it would be, but just how much you mean to me. Now when I come home looking weary, tired from a long, long day, I walk up to me, honey, and let me hear you say, tell me that you want, you got to be on, man. Yeah, come if you're on, says everything's all right. When you see me, when you see me, when you see me, say baby, what? Tell me right now, yeah, tell me right now, oh, I wanna know now, what? Tell me right now, tell me right now, tell me right now, yeah, 'cause I wanna know.
Wow, I didn't know that Carl White could sing, up tempos like that. I mean, he has done some up tempos, but basically mainly known for his ballads. But that is I guess we can call that a mod. You Northern Soul collectors out there, that's considered a mod sound, I guess. June 61. That's for Chris Reed. Carl Lester, aka Carl White, and the Show Toppers. It's on Brent Records out of New York City. When You See Me Hurt is the name of the tune. A record I picked up for a couple bucks many, many moons ago. Johnny G is your collector DJ here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is the first of 3 shows for this week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 to 4:30 or so, with late 40s. I play them by year. It'll be only one record by year, and then when I get into the 50s, I'll do a couple. But so you'll know, some of you will know the ones toward the latter end of the program versus the beginning. So if you're open to new sounds, early R&B vocal group sounds of the 40s into the early 50s, you got to tune in tomorrow, as I can't get away from that 78 show. I get too many people that like it. But let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Leonard Leonard Mancini. Now, this singer and actress from Burnwell, West Virginia. Well, is that WV, Charlene? I think it's West Virginia. Her name is Joanne Callison. She started singing at age 6 in church, but she moved to Los Angeles, California, became a regular on the Steve Allen Show, and also acted in the Ozzie and Harriet TV show. Now, she recorded as Jenny Smith, first in the 1950s for the RCA and Columbia labels. Then also, I think, on Top Rank, but she did 4 on the Canadian American record label out of New York City. Now, Leonard requested her third, this tune written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King, and arranged by Joe Sherman. Now, this is actually an answer song. Who did Go Away Little Girl? Was it Steve Lawrence that did Go Away Little Girl? Well, this is the answer for Leonard Mancini. December 62. Jenny Smith on Canadian American. It's called I Won't Go Away Little Boy. This is for Leonard Mancini.
Stay, little boy. You say you're not supposed to be alone with me. How could you know my lips are sweet when our lips didn't ever meet? My heart belongs to you and I am not free. Somewhere in your heart you'll hear my plea. So please don't try to resist. Just give me one little kiss. Oh, don't go away, little boy. Please say that you'll stay with me. Don't go away. Stay. I know we'll work out, so please don't try to resist. Just give me one little kiss. Oh, don't go away, little boy. Don't call it a day, little boy. Please don't go away, little boy. Just say that you'll stay with me. Don't go away.
And those of you that are looking for musical credits, put in, like Johnny G will sign your sheet there. You'll get credits for this class. This is like a class, entertainment class is what it's like. There you go. That's going out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat. That's an answer record from December 62 by Jenny Smith. It's on Canadian American Records. I Won't Go Away Little Boy is the name of the two. She has other releases. I saw one in the box also on GMP Crescendo, which looked interesting. Anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request. I finally found this record for Record Hound, a.k.a. Darren, in our YouTube chat room. As I played her first release, was it a couple weeks ago, maybe longer than that, a song called Big Town Boy. That was on the August 28th show by Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Girls on the Atlantic record label. They were from, is it Harrow, Ontario, Canada, if I said it correctly. And that was their first of two. Actually, it was a big hit in Canada, Big Town Boy. Now, Darren also requested their second release, which you said you didn't have, Darren. You said you didn't have this. And I had it marked in my book. I just couldn't find it. Now, this tune written by Bob Crew and Charlie Colello And this is from March of 64. We'll send it out to Record Hound, a.k.a. Darren, in our YouTube chat room. This is Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Girls on Atlantic Records. It's called Private Property for Darren. There you go. That's going out to Record Hound, a.k.a. Darren, in our YouTube chat. He's listening up in Canada, folks. He requested a Canadian act there, Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Girls. That's their second release on the Atlantic label from March 1964. Private Property is the name of the tune. These 45's are private property of Johnny G, although the Copyright Police, they give me issues on some of the records. They were out in full force tonight. I'm trying to elude them as they are following me. Let's just hope they don't shut down this video. If they do shut the video down, folks, if they do shut it down, and that means when you come back to check it out, I'll put on the community tab, I'll put the link for my MP3 on vinyltreasures.net. I have a website. It's not the greatest website. I wish somebody would do it for me. I don't even know how you would do it because it's with Yahoo, and I pay them every year for it. But they let me, you know, with the, what do they call it? The what do they call it? The cloud. They have a cloud where all these things get hung up in. But that's where I upload the show there. So, and plus, I think KKSB out of Palomar College in California, they take the show from there too. They've been airing my show at 6 a.m., 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning out there at Palomar College. And also, you get to hear it here on the East Coast at, what is that, 9 to 12. Did I say it right? I wrote it down here. I don't want to mess up. I messed up last week. Can't do that, Johnny G. Yeah, KKSM. I want to say B. I got B's on my mind. Yeah, KKSM, 1320 AM, Palomar College in San Marcos, California. I never went to San Marcos, California. I've been to San Bruno, California. When I worked for a company, I had to do due diligence with a company called Transocean Lines. And that was pretty cool going out there to California. Flew in to San Francisco Airport way back when. We're talking like 1990, 94 maybe, 94. And then the company fired me. They had a real jerk that came in. Oh, we want all our managers to be CPAs. I said, well, I had an MBA. So, plus I've been here for 15 years. And you're going to can me? It was like, you got to get used to getting, when you're in the corporate world like that. And then when you start to get too old, you kind of like, they put you by the wayside. And it was hard finding another job, though. It was, but I did find a job in construction, which is, remember we had played Dirty Man earlier. Well, construction is I don't mean physically working on construction. I'm talking about percentage of completion contracts. That's how you can fudge your books. Now, I didn't do that. But anyway, I was actually against that. You can call me a whistleblower. But anyway, Johnny G babbles on. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasures Show. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan now. Fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. This group recorded for Ed Wingate's Rick-Tick Records. That was back in 1966. This is their 4th of 10 for Rick-Tick Records, a tune written by Albert Hamilton, Norma Toney, Ronnie Savoy, and William Garrett. And this is produced by Ed Wingate, the label owner, and also Al Kent and Hermo Weems. This charted number 55 on Billboard. It was 12 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were listening to KATZ in St. Louis, Missouri. It features James Epps on lead. This is from May of 67. These are the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four out of Detroit for David Silberg. It's called You Gave Me Something, parentheses, and Everything. Charlene, it's cut off. And Everything's All Right. The Fantastic Four for David.
Everything is all right. From out of the darkness into the light. You gave me hope, baby. You gave me sight. You gave me something that I could be proud of. You gave me comfort, darling. You gave me love, inspiration came from your embrace.
as James Epps and the Fantastic Four by request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat. That's May 1967. You Gave Me Something and Everything's All Right is the name of that one. It's on the Rick Tick record label. The group actually continued to record until September 11th of 2000, when the lead singer of that group unfortunately died of a massive heart attack, and that was kind of the end of the group there. But great songs by the Fantastic Four. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening. I was going to say Saturday, but no, it's Wednesday. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. Bill Olb was my special guest last Thursday with his third gospel show here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. It was a great success, so thank you, Bill, for that, and for bringing all those records and LPs out of your collection, also out of Gordy Freeman's collection, as it got a big response for that gospel show. We will do it again sometime early next year. Bill will be back here in the studio, but let's go. He requested this girl group. They had 2 releases on the Fontana label. They were called the Honeybees. Now, this group is not affiliated with any other Honeybees, but they are in reality the Cookies. Do you know who the Cookies are? A group that recorded for the Dimension record label songs like Don't Say Nothing Bad About My Baby. What else was their hits? They had some hits on Girls Grow Up Faster Than Boys. You know, they were the Cookies. But they had 2 releases on the Fontana record label. This tune written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King, and it features Margaret Ross on lead. This charted number 35 on WQTW in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Let's go to October of 64 for listener Bill Olb, the Honeybees on Fontana. It's called One Wonderful Night. The Honeybees for Bill.
Shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo, shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo, shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo. Oh, this has been one wonderful night, a night I never will forget for the rest of my life. Tonight I met one wonderful boy, and I know we're gonna share a love time can never destroy. You caught my eye when the evening began. Oh, how I prayed you were there alone. The next thing I knew, you were holding my hand, and we were in a world all our own. Yes, I do believe in love at first sight, 'cause you happened to me when I looked at you one wonderful night. Shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo, shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo, shoo-doo-wee-oo, shoo-be-doo-be-doo. Yes, this has been one wonderful night, a night I never will forget for the rest of my life. A wonderful night. Oh, yeah. A wonderful night. A wonderful night.
That's by request for Bill Olb in New Jersey, the sound of the Honeybees. That's Margaret Ross. She's the lead singer there, October 1964. That's on Fontana Records. One Wonderful Night. I hope you guys and gals are having a wonderful night with these cool records here out of Johnny G's collection. Let us continue here. How many people remember from the I guess, was it the 50s or the 60s? They used a term called boss. Man, I remember I was I found some records in a box. Well, I used to go to a flea market up at Stormville Airport in Stormville, New York. They had this big airport. They used to have tons and tons of singles. And so I bought these records, it was like $5 for the box. And whoever owned these records were like, on every record they said, "This record is boss." I was like, what is that? I guess boss meant like really cool or like great or whatever. I guess that's what it is. And that's in the title of this next song here. This soul singer-songwriter from Detroit was a member of the Peppermints that recorded for the HOB label, that's Home of the Blues. House of Beauty. HOB stands for House of Beauty, not Home of the Blues, but it could stand for that. But it was back in 1959. It's a great 50s vocal group record. But his real name was Roger Lee Creighton, but he recorded as Lee Rogers. Now, he went solo in 1962, recording for Mike Hanks' Maz, M-A-H''S label. Then in 64 he moved to Mike Hanks' D-Town label, and he would have his biggest hit with his second release for D-Town called I Want You to Have Everything. But let's give a listen to his fourth of 7 for the D-Town label. This charted number 6 on WCHB in Detroit, Michigan from June 65. Mr. Lee Rogers on D-Town Records. It's called Boss Love, Lee Rogers.
Oh, baby, don't you drive me crazy. Oh, yeah. Just keep me busy. Come on, let me be busy. Oh, yeah. 'Cause I've been looking for love that would be true. I think I found love in you, baby. You got balls of love. You got balls of love. All of my friends say you got some sweet baby. But when you hurt reality, oh baby, what you do to me? I say I'm mighty you got balls of love. You got balls of love. I say, baby, you got the power to make our love stronger. Every minute, every hour. I know that deep in my heart you're so close to me. I'll play these tricks of love that never set me free. Baby, my little sweet baby, you got balls of love. You got balls of love. Balls of love. You got it, baby. Balls of love.
Did you hear me talking on the phone there, folks? Did I not shut that off? My mother, did you hear the phone ringing in the middle of the thing? I don't know. Or maybe I just turned it on as I'm losing my mind. There you go. June 1965 release there. Lee Rogers. D-Town Records, a song entitled Boss Love. Hopefully you listen to some boss sounds here for a Wednesday evening. Let us continue here. Here's a duet from the Bronx, New York. They go way back to the late 1950s, we'll say. Had a monster hit from 1957 called Over the Mountain Across the Sea. That was back in 1957. But they continued to record until 1970. They did. They are Johnny Louise Richardson and Joe Rivers, better known as Johnny and Joe. And this is one of their later releases. Came out on the Blue Rock record label. And still writing and producing Zell Sanders, who was one of the really smart women label owners, I have to say. There were a few of them back in the 1950s and well into the 1960s. This one from May of 69, and this one not really a common record at all. Johnny and Joe on Blue Rock Records. It's called Crying to the World Outside. Johnny and Joe from May 69.
Why? Oh, somebody, please tell me why. Why should I have to cry to the world outside?
Here I sit, no peace of mind.
I'm restless and weary. Oh, I'm caught up in the mist of time.
My eyes are cheery, others have their layman pie. Why do I have to cry to the world outside? Here I sit all by myself.
I'm so doubtful and haunted, yeah. Oh, I'm caught up in the mist of time.
Feeling I'm not wanted. All the world's a cherry pie. Why do I have to cry to the world outside?
Of life, I'm caught up in the mist of time.
Oh, why, oh, why?
There's a late one there by Johnny and Joe. That's Johnny Louise Richardson and Joe Rivers. May 69 release. It's on the Blue Rock record label. Crying to the World Outside is the name of the tune. I met Johnny Louise Richardson. She was at I think it was at I forget where the record show was, but she was walking by, and there's this gal there. She had, she was playing these cassette tapes, and they were like really cool 50s group songs. And so she says to me, "Do you know who that is? That's on my mother's label." I said, "Oh yeah, you're talking about J&S Records." I said, "Are you Johnny Louise Richardson?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "The one that sang on Over the Mountain Across the Sea." Now this was before, unfortunately, she died of a drug overdose. But she said, "Yeah, I'm selling some records here." So she had like an EP. It was for $5. I said, "Well, listen, I'm going to take your, I'll buy that EP from you." She goes, "Can I sign the record for you?" And I said, "Yeah." "Can you say, to Johnny G?" And she goes, "Best wishes to one of my fans, Johnny G. It was really cool. And then I found out that she, passed away, and it's sad because she was she had some really nice records in the late 1950s and early 1960s, singing with Johnny Rivers there a bit there. But anyway, as we continue here, as we are almost in Vinyl Treasure overtime, let's go back out to California, this time filling a request for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland. This is on Les Cohen's Star Records, which was out of Hollywood. Now, the lead singer on this, she was 19 years old when she recorded this. Her name was Joni Lyons. Now, earlier in 63, she was in a duet with this West Coast artist by the name of Tommy Dotson on his Dotson label, a song called Don't Lie to Me. She re-recorded it at a later in the year 63 as a solo with her group called The Hitchhikers. But this is the B-side of the 45, okay? A tune written by Tommy Dotson. This is from November of 63. This is for Bob Cruz, Joni Lyons, and The Hitchhikers on Star Records. It's called The Loving Kind.
You're the loving kind. Oh yeah, you're the loving kind. Your lips are so tender, they feel so fine. I know that someday, darling, you'll be mine, all mine. So please just love me just a little. You're the loving kind. Will you hold me late at night? I pray to the stars above to make everything alright. A love like mine just can't go wrong. So come on, darling, don't leave me alone. The moment I saw you, I knew you'd be my man. I want your arms to hold me just as tight as they can, and then kiss me just a little. Just take your time, 'cause I know, yes I do, you're the loving kind. Oh yeah, you're the loving kind. Come on and love me, baby. Come on and take your time. Oh, take your time.
That's November 1963 release there by request for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland, Joni Lyons. And The Hitchhikers on the Star record label. The Lovin' Kind is the name of the tune. This show is The Lovin' Kind, isn't it? If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show, live show on Wednesday nights from 9 p.m. Eastern Time till midnight. We'll do a little bit of overtime here. Got to prepare for the 78 show tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the afternoon for 78s out of my collection. Then we'll be back Saturday night at 9 p.m. right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream for more entertainment on your TV, your tablet, your phone, your PC. What else can you see me on? Some people see me here live in the studio. Barbara used to be here live in the studio a little bit. But anyway, let us fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. This singer from Prattville, Alabama, began recording back in 1961 as a member of the Falcons. They recorded for the Lupine record label. His first solo release was in April of 62, came out on the Correctone record label. He followed that up with releases on Cub in June 62 and 3 on Lloyd Price's Double L record label. In 64, he would sign with Atlantic Records, would have 32 releases through 1972. You know what the first record is that I bought by this singer? A song called Don't Let the Green Grass Fool You. When was that song? I forget. But here is the A-side to his 18th release on the Atlantic label, a tune written by George Jackson, Charles Chambers, Melvin Lakes, and Raymond Moore. It's produced and arranged by Tommy Dowd. This charted number 42 on Billboard, number 20 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 5 record if you were tuned into WIMB out of Jackson, Mississippi from October 68. The Wicked Wilson Pickett on Atlantic Records. It's called A Man and a Half for Edmund Williams.
Let me tell you, baby, I sure know how to please a woman, yes I do now. I can make you feel better than you ever felt before, yes I can now. Now when I start loving, women hate for me to stop. A whole lot of men giving me for what I got. Ow! I'm a man and a half. That's what I am. A man and a half. Now look here. When I walk, the birds and the bees stop loving and look at me now. Look at that. When I talk, the whole wide world listen to my words now. Huh. I'm a man like any other man. I say without a doubt, wow, what makes me different is the half that knocks women out. I'm a man and a half. I'm too wrapped up in one. No brags, just facts. Only once in a lifetime a man like me comes along. Shakespeare wrote poems about me even before I was born. Thunder gave me a lift and lightning knocked on your door. Your chance in a lifetime, woman, might not happen no more. To be loved by a man and a half. Hey, that's what I am. Now look here. I mean a camel went across the desert and there was no water in sight. Let me tell y'all one thing. The camel died trying, but your man and a half is here loving you tonight. Good God. I'm a man and a half. A man. My Lord, baby. A man.
That's October 1968 release there. Wilson Pickett there, that by request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. A Man and a Half is the name of the tune on the Atlantic record label. And Edmund also requested the flip side, this tune written by Bobby Womack. So let's flip this 45 over here. Give a listen to the B-side here. Who done this? A couple people recorded. Rosie Greer covered this in July of '68 on the Amy label. This is produced and arranged by Tom Dowd. We flip over A Man and a Half from October '68. Give a listen to the B-side, Wilson Pickett on Atlantic. It's called People Make the World, parentheses, What It Is. This is for Edmund Williams.
We make the world, and there we live. By what we gather and what we give, our daily deeds and the things we do and say. What we keep, oh yeah, and what we cast away. People make the world what it is. By how they live and what they give. People make the world
There you go. That's you see how this sucks here that they shut down the broadcast here when I play the records there. There you go. That is a B-side there from October 68. That's Wilson Pickett on the Atlantic label. People Make the World What It Is the name of the tune. As they shut down the program here right in the middle of a song, which is like ridiculous. I have to say it's ridiculous. You think they would, and hopefully they don't shut the show down, but this has happened before, and I don't know, but let's see. We'll try it one more time. Let us continue here, and hopefully it should be back momentarily. So it says, your stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected audio belonging to someone else. Do you believe it? But anyway, let us continue here. Let's go to this gal from Greensboro, North Carolina. She has releases. First started recording back in 1960 for the Brunswick label as Inez Johnson, then as Inez Fox on Symbol Records with her brother Charlie. They had a hit in 1963 called Mockingbird, and others on Symbol Records. This is her 5th of 11 on Juggy Murray's Symbol label, a tune written by Windsor King, produced by Juggy Murray. This charted number 20 on WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland from December 66. Inez Fox on Symbol Records. The song is called Ask Me. There you go. That's the sound of Inez Fox. I'm still broadcasting on Oldies and More Radio, by the way. I'm still on Oldies and More Radio. That is Inez Fox from December of 1966. Did I say 68? 66. It's on Symbol Records. That charted number 20 on WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland. Song entitled Ask Me. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G on this Wednesday evening. I apologize for the blackout here, but hopefully the show will be up and running on YouTube. If it's not, then you'll have to go to my website to listen to vinyltreasures.net, or I'll post it on the community tab. That's where it'll be. So it's unfortunate that YouTube does this. It's their artificial intelligence that does this thing. But I am live on Oldies and More Radio right now, so I'm broadcasting there. And again, so thank you all for tuning into the program this evening. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Also, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That is a vinyltreasures. No, it's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. And again, it's like so disrupting when this happens. It is. But I'm not going to play a record for the closer here because it's not a good thing when they do this. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And I will see you next time. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. So if you're into late 40s and early 50s vocal group records, tune in tomorrow. Early sounds of vocal group harmony here on the Vinyl Treasure Show tomorrow afternoon. So everybody take care. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Well, you see, like I said, those of you that are tuned into the program, if this doesn't come up, because if this doesn't come up on my community tab on my YouTube page, I'll put the link to the MP3, at least the MP3, because when this happens, it happened before. One time it was out for 40 minutes. I think they were out. They kept me out for 40 minutes. But somebody mentioned it in the chat room. Once they catch you, then it goes continuous when they find something, because they use AI, artificial intelligence, to identify these songs. And so when something links up that is a problem, then they'll shut it down. That's why I can't play big hits on the program. I mean, if you see the record is on YouTube somewhere, then I probably can get away with playing it. And the last few weeks have been pretty good with the show, but Paul Greco is going to be upset if it's not up tomorrow, and others that come on, other people over in Europe that tune into the program in the wee hours of the morning. But anyway, but it's just a turn off, isn't it? You're watching something and all of a sudden they black it out because of this. It's like stupid. I don't make money on the show. They get all the revenue, so they should get it. But don't shut it down. And it's the source that I'm using. It's this website. It's YouTube. That is the whole issue, and everything is dollar and cents with them. So I'm sorry, folks. Really, it's just upsetting. It is. But I want to thank you all for being here and putting up with that. And again, it kind of diminishes a great show at the end of the night. But I'll be back next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So thank you all for being here. And don't let this be a bummer. Usually it happens. But anyway, it's not worth wasting our breath for it. So I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Stay safe and stay well, everybody. Bye-bye.